Today I'm doing page 483, example 1 through 16. Have fun.
Copy the formula down. A squared plus B squared equals C squared. Is that still okay? Sarah?
Yeah.
You got the formula copied down? Is it down on the paper?
No.
Get it there. It says find the missing length. If necessary, round to the nearest tenth. Use your calculators, please. All right, let's start with Caroline. A squared, what number are you going to put in for that?
6 squared.
6 squared. B is going to be
4 squared.
the other leg, 4 squared, and we're looking for the hypotenuse. 6 squared is?
36.
4 squared is?
16.
And that equals C squared. Add those two numbers.
52.
That'll equal C squared. We want the value of C, so we need to take the what of 52?
The square root.
And when we do that, to the nearest tenth, what did you get?
7.2.
7.2 is correct. And please circle the answer. Number 3, copy the formula down again. A squared plus B squared, the sum of the legs squared, equals the hypotenuse squared. What are you going to put in for A, Libby?
42.
I don't think A is given. Look at the triangle. So that stays A squared. What are you going to put in for B?
40.
And that's going to be squared, and C is going to be 41 squared. So we bring down the A squared. 40 squared is what? You don't need a calculator. 4 times 4 is what?
16.
And add 2 zeros. Now use your calculator and find out what 41 squared is. Good. Next step, we have to find A squared. So what are we going to do to both sides?
I'm going to subtract 1,600.
Right. And that gives us A squared equals what?
600.
No.
No.
1,681. Now to find out what number times itself makes 81, we need to take the what of 81? And what is the square root of 81? What known calculator? It's a perfect square.
9.
9, good. So the missing side is 9. Or the missing leg. Number 5, A squared plus B squared equals C squared. Margie, what are you going to use for A and B?
5 squared plus 5 squared equals C squared.
Right, keep going.
25 plus 25 equals C squared.
Next step.
50 over C squared. 50 equals C squared. And the square root of 50 equals C. So 7 equals C.
You round that to the nearest tenth.
7.1.
It'd be 7.1. Good. Next page, you're trying to determine if the 3 lengths given would make a right triangle. So what equation will I use for 7? When? You're going to use your Pythagorean theorem. You're going to put in 3, 4, and 5. Go ahead.
A squared plus B squared.
Well, you don't have to write it down again unless you want to. Not for these. Just give me what the equation is using the Pythagorean theorem.
3 squared plus 4 squared equals
Right. And you're always going to put the largest length in for the hypotenuse. Now you're going to work this out, and if they're equal, then yes, it is a right triangle. If it's not, then no. So 3 squared is,
9.
4 squared is,
16. 16.
And 5 squared is?
25.
What is 9 plus 16?
25.
So you write 25 equals 25 and you say yes, it is a right triangle. Number 9, Nora, what equation will you use to check to see if it's a right triangle?
7 squared plus 24 squared equals 25 squared.
Right. 7 squared is?
49.
24 squared?
576.
500 what?
76.
Okay, and 25 squared? Did you get something yet?
625.
Now take 49 and add it to 576. What do you get? So what are you going to say?
625.
And what are you going to finish with?
Yeah.
Yes. Number 11.
5 squared plus 12 squared equals 13 squared.
Very good. He remembered to make sure that the longest side was the hypotenuse. They didn't give you that order. Go ahead. 5 squared is?
25.
12 squared is?
144.
And 13 squared is?
169.
And if you add 25 and 144, what do you get?
169.
So, yes or no?
Yes.
Yes, it is a right triangle. Now you're going to stop at 16. You don't have to go through 20 because the other one couldn't get done. So number 13, here's some real examples. We're still rounding to the nearest tenth. You have a flagpole that has a support wire attached to the top and then in the ground. And they give you the distance from the pole to the other end of the guide wire or support wire. So we're missing what? A leg or a hypotenuse? Muriel? We're missing the hypotenuse. So the wire's the hypotenuse. Copy the formula down. What are you going to put in for A and B?
A is
9 squared plus
5 squared.
has to equal C squared, the wires. 9 squared is?
81.
And 5 squared is? What's 81 plus 25? Should be able to do it in your head.
106.
That's C squared. Now we want to find C, so what must we do to 106?
Find the square root.
And that'll tell us what number times itself equals that. And you're going to get it to the nearest tenth.
10.3.
10 point what? 10.3 is the answer. And the last problem, 15, you have a ladder reaching the top of the building. You have the height of the building, you have the length of the ladder, but you're missing the distance from the bottom of the ladder to the building. So what is missing, a leg or a hypotenuse?
A leg.
A leg.
So 10 squared plus
B squared
B squared
equals,
12 squared.
and 10 squared is how much?
Oh, sorry.
You're right.
Oh,
And 12 squared is?
144.
Then do what?
Subtract 100. And B squared equals 44.
And then we need to do what to find B?
Find the square root.
And to the nearest tenth
6.6.
is correct. B equals 6.6. And that's your answer. Okay, and that's, stop that camera. There's no one absent today.